And now I had one guest a while back who was a student of yours, and she was talking about her lottery win. And so I'm curious about some more of the things that you teach people, because I know that Ramtha School of Enlightenment teaches about higher consciousness and being your best self. So what is the gambling part of the teachings? I'm curious about that.
Gambling. Okay. How about wins? I like that. One student, but there are hundreds of them. And it was simply a discipline. I mean, the school has been going on since 1988, and it was a school based on how, what is the divine self and what is its possibilities. And when we talk about consciousness, it's sort of a throw-around word that people struggle to understand it. They just nod and say, of course, but they don't understand what consciousness means when we talk about a higher order versus a lower order. The school was really about the initiation of people into understanding how their brain works, how the body is connected to the spiritual sphere, our spiritual body that does survive death and returns, and how the connection of consciousness and energy, which are inextricably combined. In other words, when people say, well, they have great energy, but what is that energy? That energy is connected with information. Consciousness is information, and it's active. That's its energetic part. And we talk about the brain. Students learn about their brain. Our children in the school, two of them won world competitions at UW by drawing in their category what the brain was. It's very scientific in a contents. And so you have to learn about you. If you're going to define you as having unlimited possibilities, that you use less than 10% of your brain, for example, well, what's going on with the rest of it? And with your DNA, is your DNA locked into who you are today, or is DNA plastic? It's possible to change not just your mind, but it's consciousness and energy on the brain gives us that life, gives us the imagination, gives us those thoughts out of the blue. Our personality is sort of like a computer program that says, well, this is who we are. We are the sum total of our philosophical understanding. We are the sum total of our environment. We are the sum total of our experiences within that environment. And here is our DNA, and this is how we are who we are. And yet, are those fixed concepts? And if they're not fixed, what is the nature of change, and how does that come about? And so in the school, over these years, it was very beautiful teachings that took on the brain, the cells, the body, how it functions. What is mind? Most people think mind is your brain, but actually mind is the exotic result of impulses of consciousness and energy in which the brain processes into long-term or short-term memory. And those then determine how we are genetically and how our cells, the cell health is genetically. So once the students, and you know, philosophy is fabulous, but not until you experience it, you experience your ability to use different parts of your brain to manifest anything in your life, but you start small so that your acceptance is always accepting the possibility that you can do things. And so over a period of time, this had a full range of remote viewing, sending and receiving, which the CIA and the man who wrote the book Psychic Warrior said that one of their trainings in Virginia was that they studied the Ramtha material on how to do sending and receiving and remote viewing. And that happens at the first class, in the first 4 hours of a beginning class in school called a 101. So we progress into, can we then, our mind can do this. So what if we're sick? What if we are unhappy? What if we are emotionally depressed about our life? What do all of those answers What do they mean, and are they fungible? Can this knowledge, can we access that knowledge about ourselves to change on a daily basis who we are and how we're living, whether it's health, prosperity, emotional displacement, disorientation? How do we become happy and the creators of our own world? And so now we come up to the what you call gambling. Was actually a fieldwork study that can you go into the arena and hold the focus on what you want, the numbers that you want, whether you're playing them in the lottery, whether you're in a casino with all kinds of distractions. Can you keep your focus in that now vacuum state that you can actually create wealth from it? It was just a field exercise. And, of course, now lots of people use it and lots of people win. Other people are learning how to use their mind to win. But that is only one area. We also have people who have affected their health, who've affected reversing age in their body, curing things. And it isn't that it is through some sort of quasi-spiritual voodoo. It's actually rather scientific. And the approaches in how we learn about why we're wonderful and why we have innately in us the opportunities for change in our life, to be reborn, to change who we are, to self-correct what we think on a daily basis, that instead of creating a day of lack, we create a day of abundance. And that's what's taught here. So in the end result is that what do we say about our genes that most of them don't even come from this planet? I mean, that's what Watson and Crick discovered. That's very well known today. Where is our programming coming from? And do we have options to change the DNA molecule, to reassess with our minds what we think matters in our body? If we change what we think, we change how our cellular responses change in our body, and it's a matter of choice. It's called free will. So this is what is being studied here, and no one has seatbelts on. No one has signed their life away. It's not a religion. Nothing that we teach is about religion. Religion is study of God and power and a belief system, whereas this is more of the individual and backing it up with experiences.
We are speaking right now with JZ Knight. She channels Ramtha and teaches at Ramtha's School of Enlightenment, but it sounds like you've stepped back a bit from the teaching now?